My name is Elise, and I'm a patient at Huron Gastro in the weight management program.
Hello, I'm Terry Hall, and I'm a patient here at Huron Gastro, and originally was a patient with Dr. G. I am now an Optifast client.
My name is Kathy Ferguson. I've been with Huron Gastro since about July of 2018. I've been through the 12 weeks of the fasting diet, and I am slowly but surely transitioning to a full-on diet.
My name is Sherry Cannon. I heard about this procedure and I thought I'd like to try it. I was considering the bariatric surgery and decided that wasn't for me. I didn't want anything that invasive, so I thought I'd try this.
The most important factor for me starting the program at Huron Gastro was that I had reached a weight that I was completely unhappy with, and I had tried multiple things in the past and I needed a change.
The most important factor in joining the program here at Huron Gastro was the fact that it was doctor supervised. At my age, it was harder and harder to lose weight on my own, so I wanted to try this to see if it would work.
Accidentally finding out that I had issues with my liver, and knowing that I was at a point where there wasn't many options. We thought I had level 4 cirrhosis of the liver, and basically I had two choices: either walk off the edge of the cliff or start walking backwards. So I kind of chose to start walking backwards. And so put everything into a perspective. I'm going to be turning 50 in August, and I can either live my life like I was before, which was a bad eating habits, bad diet, way too much weight on me, or I could change my life and live the next 50 years of my life in good health and happiness.
What made me step into the door was realizing that I have grandchildren I want to be around for. I have great-grandchildren that I want to be around for. And if I didn't do something, I wasn't going to be. The training, the knowledge that I'm learning on the program, teaching myself how to prepare the foods, actually how to even better prepare for my husband who is a diabetic. I'm learning a lot and I enjoy the people.
The best part of the Huron Gastro Optifast program is the support group, the support system. Every time I was struggling, there was somebody to help me through it, and it just made the whole process easier.
Every single one of the people who work here care deeply about us patients. From the person at the check-in desk to the nurses who come in before the doctors see you, each one of them has tried these crazy things that we have to go through. They've tried the shakes, they've tried the bars, and they use them. Some of them use them in their daily lives, even though they don't have to lose the weight like we do, but it connects them to us. I always felt when I came in, I feel like I'm at home.
The staff has been easy and great to work with. The program has evolved since I began here, and it's been fun to be part of that evolution with them. I have tried, it seems like, all of the other commercial programs in my life, but this program has been different in the whole structure. Once it became a routine, it was easy to stay on that routine. Follow the instructions and just do it. There were no plateaus for me, so the motivation was still there to keep going with it.
I actually tried a type of Optifast, but it was with a different hospital chain, and basically it was kind of, okay, come in, get your food, weigh in, go see a doctor, say hello, and walk out the door. But here we also have the groups with us, and we're able to go to a group and talk about what's failing, what's not failing. Oh, you've had the same problem. We've got our Facebook chats on, we've got the WhatsApp, so we're constantly talking to each other going, dude, I've got this problem, how am I going to make this work? And everybody responds back with an idea. And it's great because there's, as I said, it's the camaraderie, and it makes it work, and it makes it easier for you to stick with it because you see that other people have done it before you.
This is different because I've never had just 800 calories a day, and I've never had meal replacements. So it was easy but difficult at the same time. But it was definitely the most successful because I didn't have to worry about counting calories or watching what I was eating. It was just there.
Definitely do it, but prepare yourself. One of the biggest things I did when I started is I didn't just say, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then the next day, called and said, all right, give me all my food. I actually took 2 weeks before that, and I prepped myself, my family, my workers at work, telling them what I was gonna go through. And I read up as much as I could online. The first 3 days are gonna be the worst. Okay, I'm gonna take those 3 days off of work so I can kind of bubble myself a little bit. I said goodbye to my favorite foods. I actually, I took the last bite of my last pizza and said, okay, I'm done with pizza for the next 3 months or 6 months or whatever it is. I might eat another pizza later, but it's gonna be a different experience. I kind of did a goodbye to my old life, knowing that at the end of this OptiFast journey, there's going to be a new life and a new way of eating and all that kind of fun stuff. That's what people need to do, is they just need to know that it's not a diet. It is changing your life 180.
You will have the most success with this if you follow the instructions to the letter. When I started this program, I was concerned about some events that were happening in my life while I knew I was going to be on the program. And it was a 3-month commitment initially. And I talked to Renita about those events before I made the commitment. And the doctor and the things that they told me, I took to heart. And when those events came up, I followed those instructions and I continued to have success. They didn't create setbacks for me. Follow the instructions the way they are given, and you will have success. And I had success.
The advice I would give to other patients thinking about starting the program is that the first 3 days are definitely the hardest, but once you get over that, it's totally worth it. You have so much energy, you just feel better, and to use the support system that the weight management program offers because the team is really helpful.
If I was going to recommend this program to someone, I would tell them that it works, that I've been very happy with it. It's worth talking to the doctors or someone about it. I've just been very happy with it, and I actually have recommended it to a couple people. The meal replacements work really well. They actually taste pretty good. I kind of like some of them. I don't feel like I need to reach into the refrigerator and grab something because I just want something. I never want anything. I have that full feeling all of the time. In the last 2 months, I've lost 27 pounds. I was a little bit concerned about the weight loss not showing up on the scales, but I realized that it's not about the numbers. I could actually see the weight coming off. My clothes were getting bigger. It's been a good process. I feel good about myself now.
How did the OptiFast replacement meals work for me? I won't lie. They were a little tough at the beginning. I was pleasantly surprised at the taste of them when I first started drinking the shakes. I had an issue with the older versions where the milk just turned my stomach. So I was really apprehensive about this, but I went in full gung-ho and I did it. The things that have saved my life have been the fact that some days I can just chug the stuff and get it over with. The other is being able to take like abstract of banana and throw it in there, abstract of cherry. You can kind of mix and make them as you might like to drink them a little bit more. After a while, it got easier and easier and easier.
There are some that worked better than others, and how my body reacted to them wasn't favorable. And once I figured that out, then I just substituted other products for those, even though they were probably my favorites. You know, some of them tasted better than others. So, you know, there's enough of a variety of the product that you should be able to figure out which ones you like the best and create your own routine.
Dr. G's want for me to work out. I was kind of doing this in coercion with my husband. And my husband's like, if I had to follow this strict rule of only being able to drink 6 shakes a day or 5 shakes a day, I would never be able to do it. But he's at the gym every single day. I, however, couldn't even bring myself to even walk through the doors of the gym. It was just very difficult for me to even have that want, that need, that desire. I just couldn't care less. I tried, and then I just gave up completely. Until after I lost 60 pounds, my husband says, "You're going to work out." And I went and worked out. And I was amazed. I wouldn't say that it was easier, because you don't want to tell your trainers that working out is easier, but it was easier.
I think the transition to regular food was probably my most challenging and probably the most stressful time for me. I actually followed the OptiFast meal replacements for 4 months. I transitioned at the end of the 4th month, or started to in the 4th month, and I was not confident in myself because of my history with weight gain that I would be able to keep the weight off. So how I overcame that stress was I bought cookbooks, and I started using Pinterest, you know, for recipes and for meal plan ideas. Whole food plant-based is like my main focus when I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to eat. But I also enjoy meat, and I also enjoy a lot of the things that are part of the Mediterranean diet, which was the alternative. So I've actually incorporated both meal plans, leaning more on the Mediterranean side. So that's how I've overcome that.
My life has changed in that I can do the things that I haven't been able to do for a long time. I can take my dog for the walk. My knees don't hurt. I'm able to go up and down the stairs, and I don't feel like I'm going to fall every time I go. I can walk further. I'm actually walking on the treadmill every day. I'm going to the fitness center twice a week. I can actually fit back into some of my clothes that I haven't been able to fit into for a long time.
My life has changed a lot. That gym rat that Dr. G promised he'd make me, and I said no way in Hades. Guess who's at the gym 5 days a week? Guess who's going to be running in a 10K come April? That's me. That wasn't me 6 months ago. I could have cared less. But now, after going through all this and listening to, what we talk about in group and how whole foods are much better for you, and when I'm looking up recipes, I'm looking up healthy recipes. That's probably the biggest couple of changes. Is I'm active now, and I'm choosing the right foods and eating the right way, and very happy about it. And I feel very proud of myself that we were able to make this change. So, and it couldn't have been done with the people here at Huron.
What's changed is I'm virtually pain-free. Prior to this, and with the extra weight, I was in considerable lower back pain. My knees hurt, and that made it difficult to be active. I have gone back to the workout regime that I really enjoyed before I had gained this weight. I do half marathons, 10Ks, which are my favorite distance. I'm actually not a runner. I do speed walking. And at the end of the 3-month period of the initial program, I did a half marathon, which before I started this, I really had given up on the notion that I would ever do a half marathon again. I have grandchildren that I was not able to play with. I can get down on the floor now and roll around, wrestle. I can kick the soccer ball with my grandson. My granddaughter and I can run around outside, and it's just brought a whole better quality of life.